Released in 2006 and directed by Zack Snyder, 300 is a visually striking adaptation of Frank Miller's graphic novel inspired by the historic Battle of Thermopylae. Rather than attempting to recreate history with complete accuracy, the film transforms one of the ancient world's most famous battles into a powerful legend about courage, honor, and sacrifice. Through breathtaking visuals, unforgettable performances, and emotionally charged storytelling, 300 explores what it means to stand for freedom when the odds seem impossible. From its opening scenes, the film establishes a world where strength and discipline define the Spartan way of life. Young boys are raised to become fearless warriors, taught that honor is earned through courage and loyalty rather than comfort or personal gain. This harsh upbringing shapes King Leonidas into a leader who values the protection of his people above his own life. Leonidas is introduced not simply as a warrior, but as a ruler who understands that leadership requires difficult choices. He knows that every decision carries consequences, yet he refuses to compromise the values that define Sparta. When King Xerxes demands that Sparta submit to the Persian Empire, Leonidas faces a choice between surrender and resistance. While others encourage caution and political compromise, he chooses to defend his people and their independence. His refusal is not motivated by pride alone, but by a belief that freedom can't exist if fear determines every decision. Leonidas inspires those around him, not because he claims to be invincible, but because he accepts the possibility of death without allowing it to dictate his actions. His leadership is built on trust, courage, and the willingness to stand beside his soldiers rather than behind them. Throughout the film, he fights alongside his men, sharing every hardship and every danger they face. This portrayal transforms Leonidas into more than a historical figure. He becomes a symbol of unwavering conviction and selfless leadership. The film's greatest strength lies in its portrayal of courage. The Spartans march towards Thermopylae fully aware that they are unlikely to survive. They don't fight because victory is guaranteed. They fight because some principles are worth defending regardless of the outcome. This understanding gives every battle a deeper emotional significance. Every sacrifice carries meaning because the soldiers believe future generations deserve the freedom they are willing to die to protect. Leonidas repeatedly reminds his warriors that true honor is found not in avoiding death, but in living with purpose. Their stand at Thermopylae becomes more than a military defense of a narrow mountain pass. It becomes a declaration that even the most powerful empire can't force free people to surrender their dignity. The film reminds viewers that genuine courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to act despite fear. Although 300 is remembered for its spectacular battles, its emotional center is the relationship between the Spartan warriors themselves. The soldiers are united by trust earned through years of shared training and common purpose. They rely upon one another completely, understanding that survival depends upon discipline and cooperation. Their strength doesn't come from individual heroics, but from collective unity. Every shield protects the warrior beside it. Every soldier accepts responsibility not only for his own life, but for the lives of his brothers in arms. The film presents this brotherhood as the true source of Spartan power. Even when facing overwhelming numbers, their discipline allows them to withstand wave after wave of attacks. This message extends beyond warfare. It suggests that great challenges can only be overcome when individuals work together towards a common goal. At its core, 300 explores several universal themes that continue to resonate. The first is freedom. Leonidas refuses to submit because he believes independence is worth defending regardless of the cost. The second is sacrifice. Every Spartan understands that personal survival is less important than protecting future generations. The third is leadership. Leonidas demonstrates that true leaders earn respect through action rather than authority alone. And finally, the film explores legacy. The Spartans know they may lose the battle, but they believe their courage will inspire others to continue fighting. In the end, their greatest victory is not military success, but the hope they leave behind. These ideas give 300 emotional depth beneath its spectacular action sequences. Nearly 2 decades after its release, 300 remains one of the most visually distinctive epics ever produced. Its bold artistic direction, memorable performances, and emotionally charged storytelling continue to captivate audiences. Although some may debate its historical accuracy, few question its ability to create unforgettable moments. Every speech, every battle, and every sacrifice contributes to a story that feels timeless. Ultimately, 300 isn't remembered because it recreates history perfectly. It's remembered because it captures the enduring power of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. It reminds us that history is often shaped not only by those who achieve victory, but also by those whose willingness to stand and fight inspired generations that follow.
This is Sparta!